Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Yinka. So in today's class I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful and gorgeous sleeve. So let's get into it. I'm going to be folding my fabric into four. My fabric is folded into four this way. My lace is folded into four, and don't forget I'm using chantilly lace. It doesn't really have border, but I'm going to be trimming here to give it a border. All right, so I'll show you how to do that when I'm doing it. So here the fabric is folded into four. If you measure the way it's folded like this towards this side, I have 20 inches. 20 inches like this, and the length of my sleeve is going to be 26 inches. 26 inches upward like this. Then starting from this point now, I'll measure my cap height. I'm going to use 6 inches for my cap height because it's going to have a little pleat, so I'm going to use 6 inches for my cap height here. So on this my cap height line, I'm going to measure my armhole length. I use 9 inches for my armhole length. Then because I'm going to be having some pleats around the shoulder, so I'm going to add extra 3.5 for that purpose. Then I'm going to now add my seam allowance of 2 inches. Then I'm going to form my cap height curve this way. Can you see? Like this. Then from this point now, I'm going to flare it to come and meet the extension of, unfold like this is 20 inches. So from here, I'll flare it back to come and meet this 20 inches point. Or you can just measure your 20 inches like this again at the hemline. 20 inches. Then from here, flare it to that 20 inches point. This way. Can you see it? So this is it. I'm going to be cutting it out now. If you are using a lace that is having border, good for you. If you don't, if you're using chantilly, you can just see the way it is. I'm going to be trimming it out to give it border. Okay, so the next thing now is to notch this point like this. Then I'm going to measure where the elastic, there will be elastic around this part here. So from the bottom part, I'm going to measure 6 inches upward. I'll measure 6 inches upward. That's going to be where the elastic is going to be. So I've opened my lace. You can see this is how the sleeve is looking. Can you see it? Can you see it like this? This is the cuff part that is going to be connected to the shoulder. This is the bottom part. So I'm going to be trimming this border. I'm going to be trimming this part off so that you can give it border. It's a chantilly lace. Can you see? I've trimmed it out, so it's having a very beautiful edge now. All right, so now the next thing you want to do is from the bottom part, you're going to measure 6 inches upward, and then you're going to roll it. That's the position where your elastic is going to be, because it's going to be having elastic at the bottom part to give it that effect at the hemline. So I'm going to be measuring 6 inches upward, and I'm going to roll it. You also do the same thing to the second sleeve. What you need to do to this sleeve now is for you to take it to the sewing machine. You're going to be using your bias to create an elastic channel so that you can insert elastic to the wrong side. The bias will be at the wrong side of the sleeve. So we already measured 6 inches upward and rule. So the next thing you want to do now is to place your bias tape on top of it like this, on this your line that you already ruled, and then you're going to stitch your bias on it. Then when you're done stitching, you're going to flip your bias over like this, and then you're going to top stitch the bias. So first open your bias up this way, open it up this way, make your stitch to the end and then flip it over and top stitch so that you can create a channel for your elastic. Then you insert your elastic inside. You will use your round measurement here to cut out your elastic. So just wrap around your elastic and cut it out, then you insert it inside the channel. So the next thing you are going to do now is to flip the bias downward, and then you are going to top stitch. Stitch down my bias. You can see my bias here. I've used it to create elastic casing. So what I will need to do is just to wrap my elastic around my hand this way. Then I'll cut it. I'll cut two because it's for the two sleeves. So you're going to put your safety pin and to insert your elastic inside the channel. So I'm done inserting the elastic inside the channel. I've done the same thing to the second one. So the next thing now is to attach this sleeve to my bodice. So the next thing now is to attach my sleeve. You can see my shoulder joining here. So I'm going to measure 3 inches to this side, and also I'll measure 3 inches to this side. And you also do the same thing to the second side of the armhole. 3 inches to the left starting from the shoulder, and 3 inches to the right, like this. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to attach my sleeve starting from the armhole. I'll match right side to right side, and I'll join till I get to that 3 inches mark. Then I'll come back to this other side. I'll join again till I get to this 3 inches mark, and all the remaining excess here, I'm going to be pleating it to this place. So when I get to my 3 inches mark, I'm going to backstitch and stop. Then I'll turn to the other side. I'll also match the armhole of the sleeve together with the armhole of the bodice. Then I'll join again till I get to my 3 inches mark. Then when I get my 3-inch mark, I will backstitch this way. All right, so the remaining excess of the sleeve that I have here, I'm going to be pleating it to this place like this. So pleat the remaining excess to that point. Make sure you distribute the pleats evenly. So pleat the remaining excess on the sleeve to this armhole. So now the sleeve is ready. So you also do the same thing to the second sleeve. Then you close the side of your sleeve. And that's it. Please kindly subscribe to this channel if you have not done so. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in